Alright, right, something a bit different today. I wanted to title this video, Does This Crap Really Work? I don't know if I did or not. However, the van I'm leaning on is our little recovery truck, and what I should have done was probably a 15-part series on videos on this for all the things we've done to it over the last month, about a month, to get it back on the road, get it all done properly, because it was a bit neglected and needed some bits and bobs doing. Most importantly, it needs an MOT. I didn't do that, and it was a bit of a waste really, because there was an opportunity, but the final nail for us was getting the brakes sorted out on it. It's been an absolute pig, and we finally got it done. Popped it down to my mate's MOT testing station to just check the brakes, and they're all fine. On the way back, stone chip in the windscreen. Done a bit of Googling, a bit of YouTubing and everything else, and picked one of the glass repair sort of things, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, kit. And we're going to have a go with that and see if it actually works and if it will get rid of the chip that's in the windscreen. So first off, I'll show you what I bought and then we'll have a look at the chip. Straight away, I can see an issue. It's a professional windshield repair kit. Well, I am professional, so that's going to go wrong. You get a box, instructions, resin, and various little tools that you need to do the job. We'll go through them as they come up. It's fairly straightforward from what I've read. Next up, let's have a look at the chip. There's the chip. I don't know how clear it comes up on the screen, but that's the issue. It doesn't look a lot, but from the inside, I'll show you now, it's not good. Jaunty angles, and I've got a bloody tripod stuck to the end of this GoPro. So yeah, chip. Let's see what we can do. Little spider cracks on it and everything. How much faith have we got in this? Lots. Might need to use the torch of doom on this just to make sure I am definitely cleaning out. But bear in mind that is 2 miles old, that chip, so it shouldn't be too bad. You just clean any loose particles out.
The loose particles all out?
Well, I can't get anything else out of that.
Right.
So go back to the instructions. Replace pin in sewing kit. I agree. Is that about right?
I can't really tell because where I am, how tall I am, there's a reflection of the light that's going straight through it. So I can't tell you if it's right or not.
I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
Got no choice because I've pushed it down. So that now comes off there, that red cover.
Well, no, because otherwise you'd be taking the fucking windscreen off at that point, wouldn't you?
Well, I've got to get it back off now.
Yeah.
Step 3.
Right. You know, it'll be sealed, won't it?
Lisa said.
It'll be fine, trust me. You've got to scrape it off anyway.
You do actually.
In the end.
Right. At this point, we'll die. I think we're on step 5, aren't we?
I have no idea.
Now it's told us to put that 1/4 inch inside that nozzle.
How do you know what 1/4 inch is when you pour in?
How many drips can you count once it's inside there?
I don't know.
Need that on there. So if I line it up.
How am I supposed to know what 1/4 inch is at this point?
Right, we'll go with that.
Should I have a look inside the van and see what it looks like?
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Right. With glue.
I'll give it a little poke with a pin, just make sure it's not airlocked and vacuum. It's running down there now.
Right, that'll do that.
Lock it in vacuum position.
And now we have no idea what it's telling when it's saying to do so.
Problem is, reaching the bloody thing.
You okay?
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I won't fall off the front of the van this time because that wasn't funny. Alright, so now pull this out to its max position, reconnect, and push it in. Part now. Bear in mind at the beginning when I said this is a professional repair within 20 minutes. Depress plunger, downward, engage up a notch with the spring clip. Let sit for a minimum of 20 minutes.
So are we halfway into this 20-minute repair?
Yeah, that's it. So you've got half an hour of sitting time in this 20-minute repair. I think we should probably go and have a cup of coffee while we're waiting for this, should we?
I think so.
Okay, that's been sat for long enough, as per the windshield repair instructions. I am now going to remove the vacuum syringe, and then I shall remove the pedestal using the safety razor, and we'll see what we're left with there. I'll probably have my arm in the way, but don't worry about that. That felt like it was doing a lot. So at this point, place your bets.
Did it work or not? I don't know, I'm a bit 50-50 about it, to be honest.
So am I. I can see the logic. You know, I'm always a man about logic. I think about things logically. I see them logically. I can see how this works,
But does it really?
but I can't read the instructions properly, so did it actually work?
Oh,
Well, there's a bit of it.
the
pedestal.
pedestal is gone. We've lost that.
I need that for further repairs. I will be gabbing from auto glass at this rate.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
carefully.
No, I can see
There's still fluid in it.
still fluid.
That was not entirely as I planned it to happen. This isn't actually part of the process. This is where, for some reason, it's oozed fluid out.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Has this kind of worked? No way. I don't want to get this on it because it's solvent.
I'm trying to get it in. I'm trying to find it, right?
I know it's there, but
You put your finger there, so
hang on a minute. Let me just wipe over with a bit of clean cloth.
not gonna lie.
Can you see it now? I'll put it next to it so you can see through it.
Not the brown dot, but
Back to the little pot of resin, and you get this little tiny sheet of film, and they say 1 drop of resin in what's left of that, press that over it and leave it. All part of the 20-minute process this is.
how long are we like
Hours.
4 minutes into it now, aren't we?
Yeah. Leave that to cure. And then scrape again with the magic safety blade. and that's what they call a pit filler or something. And it will then fill the tiny little bit of chip that remains, and it should be perfect. Right. Following day, we decided that we'd park this out and give it some good UV curing overnight, because the moon's a good source of UV.
Well, yeah, but
No, it's been out sat in the sun,
yeah,
hasn't it?
yeah.
And finish this up with the safety blade provided in the kit. Just to clear off, I don't know if it shows up on video, but there's a little area over there where we had to put that film over.
Clear film.
To fill the pit.
Yeah.
So all's left to do now is just to clean that off with this safety blade, as I'm demonstrating now. And once this is done, we should have, as it said on the packaging, effected a repair in 20 minutes.
In your best Chenglish, is it?
Chinglish.
Chinglish. Right. And we probably ought to have a look from inside as well.
Yeah. Now I'm going to say that last bit we done with the film and all that, I'd have probably been better off going to the pub.
Yeah.
Because it's made no difference to that whatsoever, that there is still a little divot or a pit, as they like to call it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that I would still classify as a major success.
Yes, definitely.
So in this episode of Does This Crap Really Work? I have to say, yes.
It really does.
It does work. So there we are, mid-video, doing a review on this. Didn't expect it to work, but did product. Postman knocks the door. Well, it's time to down the standard tools and pick up the new tools. Tis that time of year, bugs and crap flying everywhere. We got a little paint shop here and flies, bugs, pet hates. So, I'm going to say so many times during this. So, what we need is some targets. And lo and behold, today there is absolutely zero flies in here. We've improvised. The Marley Fly Brigade. As you can see, they're
We've got Ralph.
we've got names. That'd be
It's Ralph, yeah, that's Ralph.
Ralph,
Yeah. Levi,
Levi,
yeah. And Fred.
and Fred. Fred looks unhappy, doesn't he? Big Fred. Anyway, so Ralph, hang on a minute. It's like a school teacher, isn't it? I never went to school there. Ralph, Levi, Fred. Unfortunately for Ralph, Levi and Fred, they're about to see some salt. This thing's pretty impressive, to be fair. Needless to say, it's been out already.
Yay!
I feel like Arnie. So, I'm going to go. It's hard to do this. I'm going to go from a distance of about 3 feet, and we're going to give Ralph some. Kind of missed him, to be fair. My bad.
Don't miss, he's flown off now.
Right, Ralph. Ralph's going to have felt that.
You better have.
I'm not very good with the camera and a gun and everything. By the way, there's not a real... I can't say the word gun, can I?
No.
No. Can you see Ralph's injuries? Wasn't quite the headshot I was aiming for, but that was near enough. Levi, Fred, all in good order. Ralph on the other hand, Ralph's got a bit of an headache. can see why these things work. Levi, goodbye. Fred, dead. What more can I say? I don't see much work getting done at the moment. Go for a close up. Close up on Levi. Levi's got wounds. That is, I've got to be honest. We've got to go out and find some flies. I'm packing up work now. It's 3:30 on a Friday afternoon. What better things are you going to do? You see Levi's little wound there. And Fred's also got one now. And Ralph, well, he just took it in the first instance, didn't he? He took it for the lads. And this is why it's dangerous for me to have things like this, because curiosity gets the better of me. Now, Mr. Glovehead here, he said, we can't pop, there's a fly just gone past, we can't pop his head with this gun. So, from a distance of about 3 feet, he was right. Ha. Not right.
So you can't indeed pop Mr. Glovehead's head.
He's not invincible. So yeah, what can I say?
It's a mess.
Yeah, easily entertained. There we are.
Back to where we said, finish the windscreen.
Oh yeah, that's the point. I've got some work to do. See you in a bit.